Yes, indeed. We're live in Harlem. Let me just tell you something. It goes down in Harlem. And welcome to a new episode of What's Going On TV. Welcome back to me. Welcome back to What's Going On. We took a little hiatus, but we're back now. And our first show, we're live up in Harlem at the Harlem Besame. Got a couple of birthday celebrations going on. Every Thursday night, you can come out and have a good time. It's from 5 until midnight. You in Harlem, come on out and celebrate. Reggie's doing his thing. He's always doing his thing every Thursday night. But again, like I said, tonight is a special night. It's birthday celebration. It's always birthday celebration on Thursday. But tonight I'm out here, my boy Brawley is in the house. And you know what? His son plays for the Harlem Globetrotters. So he's going to tell you that when I get him. I'm going to get him on camera. I don't know, but he's here now. But I'm just opening the show. I'm going to bring him back later, all right? So let's do this. We're in the Harlem Besame. I'm going to bring y'all some stuff. Y'all just sit back and relax. Let me do what I do, all right? I'm out of here. Birthday celebrations once again down here at Harlem Besame. Now, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday to you, brother.
Thank you.
Man.
It is my pleasure to be here. These brothers here, they're putting together a fantastic program. We really ought to get together with them. I'm celebrating my 60th birthday.
Man.
Been refereeing in Harlem for 21 years.
Wow.
You understand?
21 years, that's fabulous,
Wait,
man.
ask him how many bad calls did he make?
I know you made a bunch of bad calls.
Zero.
Anyway, happy birthday.
That's what they supposed
Hey,
to
with
say.
Kenny.
Yeah, that's what they supposed to say.
It's Brawley Chisholm's birthday also.
Bad calls
Look,
popular.
there's a couple of people birthday here tonight. We're gonna celebrate, and we're gonna live well. We're gonna continue to do it. Harlem is all built up. We came this far by faith. We got my man Kenny here.
And
You know,
Oklahoma.
we got Oklahoma. Oklahoma, you look fantastic to be 60.
Man, you look
You
more
know,
like New York.
God bless you.
I am so blessed.
Blessed is the word, man.
Harlemite,
Listen,
do or die, ride or die for life. That's it. In Harlem, this place here, fantastic place. My pleasure to spend my 60th birthday.
Wow, 60 years.
Right here.
I'll catch up to you in
Doesn't
another
get
30
any
years because I'm only 30.
Well,
All right.
then I'll be here for my 90th.
Oh, and I'll be here for my 60th. Hey, happy birthday to you, brother.
Thank you
many,
so
many,
much.
many more. Thank you for coming out. Reggie Wells does his thing on Thursday nights. You know, tonight, like I said, we're in Harlem Besame. Normally, he's in Alhambra Ballroom, but I'm going to tell you, wait, Chuck just snuck in and snuck out. He came in quick enough to say happy birthday to Brawley, and then he said happy birthday to Oklahoma. Wait, is he from Oklahoma? Is that his name? I got to find out. I got to look. Hey, wait, Chuck. I don't know if, where's Oklahoma at? I don't know if that's his name or that's where he's from. But if he's from Oklahoma, he in the wrong place. He better go home now. Now, I wish I looked that good when I turned 60. Man, I'm going back in here, and it's getting cold out here. I'm going inside. I'll see y'all later, man. Meanwhile, live from Harlem, the Harlem Besame, coming to you live from What's Going On. We out. See you later. Yes, indeed. Once again, I already told y'all we up in Harlem Besame, doing our thing. Now, Reggie Wells does his thing every Thursday night. Now, from 5 to midnight. He's usually at Alhambra Ballroom. Tonight, we're in Harlem Besame because we got a couple of celebrations going on. My little brother's in the house, but you might say my little brother, but he's taller than me. But that's all right because he's still my little brother. Brawley is in the house celebrating his birthday, man. So happy birthday, my brother, first of all.
I appreciate that, Ken Murph. You know, you're a legend. You're a mentor to me. I mean, you know, I do the thing with Ray Diaz down in Pro City. Did the thing with AG down at Kingdom. You street ball extraordinaire, man on the mic. And I'm just glad to be in my own borough, Harlem, where I was born, hanging out on my birthday, doing my thing with Ken Murph, with Reg. Reg went to school with my sister, actually. He was in my sister was in City College with Reggie Wells, Larry Hardesty, Bobby Gale. So that's how I know. Reg used to be DJing in my kitchen, but he was DJing in our kitchen. in our kitchen. Yeah, Reggie Wells used to DJ in my kitchen. So I mean, I come to everything he do. So
you know what though? It's funny because it would be nice if you had some. Well, I don't know. Back then, might not have a whole lot of footage, but if you had like a photo of Reggie in your kitchen doing thing by the refrigerator or by the stove,
classic. That would have been like some classic stuff right there. But
the Throwback Thursday locked.
Yeah, everything is good. I appreciate you asking me out today, Ken Murph, though, man, because you all be doing a thing, classic R&B in Pennsylvania. Y'all know y'all do it big. So thanks for even having me out here with your crowd and your people, and this is what we do during the holidays. You know, this is Christmas season. Right. You know, I'm born December 4th. That's Jay-Z, me, Jay-Z, legends. You know how we doing it. We doing it like that.
See, that's why I'm rubbing elbows with the legend, man. Now, you know what? Let me just say this because see, a lot of people see you and say, okay, Brawley, he did this, do that. But now you got like a lineage that's happening right now. Your son, let's talk about him.
Well, right now, you know, I'm very thankful. My son, Chisolm, he plays with the Harlem Globetrotters. This is his 6th year. He's got a legacy ring. That means he's been there for more than 5 years. So whenever they talk about the pantheon of all of the legendary Globetrotters, my son's going to be mentioned in that right. I'm very thankful. He graduated from Ball State University, so my job as a parent, I fulfilled that. I mean, he's a good person, and he was just on Good Day New York with Rosanna Scotto and Greg Kelly this Tuesday that just passed. So I'm very, very proud of my son that he took it. He's got his own training camp called Love the Game. He has his own like basketball camp every summer. He got one in Indiana and he has one in South Jersey. So I'm very proud of the things that my son Brawley Chisolm is doing. And then I'm very thankful. God bless both of us. I've been working 17 years at Nike Pro City, one of the best summer league basketball tournaments in the country. Actually, I've announced games with Kevin Durant, Mark Jackson, Nate Robinson, Kyrie Irving, and Andre Blatchett, to name a few. But I'm just very thankful to have had the opportunity to be along and within the whole summer league, like man on the mic thing with the whole street ball thing. But yet my son was successful as well. I'm very thankful for that, though, Ken.
I had to bring that up because as a parent myself, you know, I always like to commend parents for being their dads, especially because you know, and like I tell people, I said, don't give me accolades for being a parent because that's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. Right. So you know, give me accolades for something else that I did that's extraordinary. But being a parent is what we're supposed to be. If we bring them here, we're supposed to raise them. And the first line of defense, the first lesson in teaching should be at home. And I'm gonna tell you something. Just by looking at your son and just looking at you, I know the lineage and the heritage.
Right.
You know,
dad and my parents, and what I tell people too, we keep telling people that Black Lives Matter. Black lives have to matter more to us, and we have to show everybody that we care for ourselves more than anybody. We can't ask other people to care about us, and they were watching that we're not caring about ourselves the way we should. And until people see that we respect and care for ourselves, then our lives will matter to them. But until then, until we show of like people that we care about each other and we're kind, and the men in the community are not causing violence, raising ruckus, and making communities unsafe, not taking care of their kids, not respecting their women. Until men, it's our challenge. I'm going to try to put a foot forward on that and tell us men, all of us have to make the community safe. We shouldn't have to worry about having authorities and police around our own community. We as men should respect our women, not be abusive toward them, respect our kids. If you're fathering children, take care of your children. You have to be taken to court for child support, just basic stuff like that. And if you still like to hang out and party, that's what we do too. So you can be diverse and do things and hang out and have a good time, but you got to be responsible too.
It's like being at a job and you take a lunch break. When you're a parent, when you're out there doing what you're supposed to do, you can take a little break too and just go do your thing. But listen, do everything in moderation. Remember, you're a man with a family, and always remember that that's the priority number one. Take care of that, all right? But I just want to say, man, you know, it's a pleasure. We're going to see you on the dance floor. You're going to be out
I got a 2-step. I think I got a 1.5 step. It's done. Everything. I got a corporation and a 1.5 step. But all of y'all ladies, I'm a sexy bill payer. Just want to let all the ladies know I'm a sexy bill payer. I'll do that. Size 13 shoe, Sagittarian. Big Brawls in the building on the check-in for all the ladies.
I'm not gonna say nothing about that. He told y'all ladies, so that's a little bit something for y'all. That's a little hidden secret message for you ladies out there. Don't forget to give Big Brawley a call. And listen, when the Globetrotters are in town, get a ticket and come out there and see them. I think they're gonna be at Madison Square Garden in February. I'm gonna be there too, hanging out. So let's do this. We're gonna get back inside. We're gonna do our thing. Thanks to Brawley for checking in with us and checking in with all of us and letting them know what's going on, man. All right, we'll be back.
Got the Sagittarius, the legendary DJ Red Alert just walked in the house. Let's give them a big round of applause. All the secretaries in the house.
The legend is in the house, DJ Red Alert. If you don't know who this brother is by now, you must have been born under a rock and still stayed under that rock. My brother Red, happy birthday, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
This
it,
is
man.
like the 111th leg of your birthday, right? Celebration.
Listen here, and more to go.
And more to go.
Yeah.
Keep celebrating, my brother.
You got to.
You know, we always talk about how it's always good to be seen and not viewed. We lose a lot of people in our circles, and you know, it only tells us that we need to enjoy life to the fullest. Every moment, gotta embrace that moment. They're not guaranteed. You're here tonight. That's a beautiful thing, man.
Tomorrow's not promising.
That's right,
you know, you
brother.
got to stretch it out all the way to the fullest
Right.
until the wheel come off. And guess what? If it come off, put it back on and keep rolling.
You know, and it's funny you say the wheel because a lot of people have a problem with trying to reinvent the wheel. We got so many bright people out there who tried that already. I always tell the person, I say, look, go to the store, get a little oil, make it work for you. Don't try to reinvent it. It's not happening, you know, because you a brother from like the days when, you know, people was carrying crates, you know, and that don't happen no more. Where those days go?
Well, you know, we living in a microwave stage right now. You know, everything is so rapid and so, I mean, there's no hand-on no more. There's no social awareness upon each other face to face. Everything is all online. Everything is so suitable for you. It all started when you was younger and you saw a remote control for the TV. It just, you know, made you lazy, and then everything else came right behind that. At the same time, it kind of dumbed people down when instead of spending time learning how to, you know, to spell or how to, whatever it is that you had took up in school, you have all these things that's taking place today where you just utilize it, but you forgot. Stick to the basics. It's good to have that, but stick to the basics so you have the best of both. And that's what I'm talking about. I know I just went far left from there, but that's what it is.
That's what we need to get to, because a lot of times you see people talking about they never go back to what the basics are. And it's funny because I'm glad you said that. A lot of people have gone away from going to the library to do research where you had to read to like pressing a button and the answer's already there.
Yes, and then here it is. Everything is available online today, but they still don't want to utilize it. They want to go ahead and deal with all other nonsense on there that, you know, may help lead you to learn, but you're going about it the wrong way. So, you know, to each his own, but it's right there for you.
Now, besides your career in music, you know, you are a family man, you are a husband, and a great brother. And one thing I got to say on air to everybody out there, no matter where I'm at, you know, you always show love. You're one of those brothers that, you know, somebody extend their hand, you're going to shake it. Somebody want to take a picture, you're going to take it. Somebody say hello, you're going to say hello back. And that's why we're here today, and I love you for that. I want to say that. Congratulations on all your success, you know, in your career and as well as family. Because I know you're a family man, because we always talk about that, you know.
You know, there's a gentleman that just passed away a couple of days ago in Harlem. We all know him as Willie.
Willie, right.
You know, rest in peace to Willie. You know, I'm talking about the person that y'all heard about, the Willie Burgers, Willie Lounge. He also was a person that had the rooftop and the SNS Club and all that. But I never forget what he told me when I first started being involved with radio. He said, yeah, young blood, I heard you got this going on. He said, remember one thing. There's 24 hours in a day. There's nothing wrong by giving somebody a couple minutes. And I stuck to that ever since then. And I gotta admit that, you know, I was raised by some good parents and grandparents that show me how to go about yourself out here. You know, regardless, wherever it is, it can be taken away from you in a heartbeat. So you still gotta remain as you are.
I've seen so many times where you go on a social network and you see somebody say, wow, I just spoke to that brother last night and he's no longer with us. So my point is, look, if you love somebody, tell them now when they can hear it. Don't give flowers when they can't smell them no more. I get so tired of brothers saying, man, I ain't gonna tell another man I love him. But they're the very first ones that walk in to a going home service and said, man, if I had a few more minutes, I would tell you how I love you, man. I love you, Red.
I love you too, man.
So I gotta tell you that, and I'm telling you on air, I love everybody out there because that's what it's all about. I'm gonna let you smell your flowers while you can smell them, and I'm gonna tell you I love you while you can hear me. So I'm telling you that. But we down here celebrating your birthday, man. It's another year. How does it feel, man?
Man, listen here. 5'9".
Wow.
Have no shame to tell it.
Ain't that bad? I'm 57, so.
Yeah, 5'9", man. Listen here. I know I'm gonna see that 6'0", you know, God spare, and I'm looking forward to it, and I feel good.
Well, can you wait for me? I want to be 62. I want me and you celebrate 60. You just say 60 plus, I'll say 60.
Why don't you and I do it the Jack Benny way and just say that one particular number and remain?
You know, we got it. Ladies do it, why not? Hey, we down here at the Harlem Besame now. Tell them what you up to and how they can get in touch with you, what you're doing, how they can hear you, how they can see you, where you're going to be at, all that good stuff.
I'm still involved with radio in New York City on WBLS. They got me in rotation with other different DJs. I do the after work mix, but I'm also involved with Hot 97. I know people saying, well, how you can be on both stations? They're under the same ownership, MS Broadcast, so they allow me to go ahead and flip it to BLS and Hot 97. I do Hot 97 every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I still do the gigs all around town. Matter of fact, I've been traveling around. I mean, I still stick to what I love doing, And if anybody need to reach me, you can look up upon my bio, my bookings, all my social networks, all under the one umbrella, which is thecoolestlegend.com. That's cool with a K.
Say, man, you're the coolest brother I know, man. So I gotta say, on behalf of everybody that's tuned in right now, man, we love you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, man.
Enjoy the celebration, man, because it's all about you and it's all about everybody out there, man. With all the things that's going on in the world today, it's good to be out to be able to celebrate and just bring some joy to people by doing this and bringing people out like yourself who does nothing but exude love and happiness and peace and all that other stuff, man. So from me again to you, I love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Enjoy yourself, man.
Hey, definitely, man. It can go full circle. You show love and come back in return.
Right.
It don't have to go one way. It can go both ways.
Blue Magic has a song that says, to get love, you must give love. That's how it works, man. It goes both ways. From Harlem Besame in Harlem, got a lot of birthday celebrations. Once again, Reggie Wells does this thing every Thursday night from 5 to midnight, either at Alhambra Ballroom or sometimes you'll find him here at the Harlem Besame in Harlem. It goes to Harlem is doing everything, man. But I know y'all do your thing wherever you are and tuned in. We thank y'all for tuning in, man. We're going to go back in here and get out of the cold. Because when you get a certain age, when the cold get in your bones, it take a month to get out. It's like a paper cut. I'm out, man. I need to call a doctor. I got paper cuts, man. It take a long time to heal.
Sneezing season.
You got it. Let's go, man. We're going to go back inside, man. Thanks again to Red Alert, man. Happy birthday once again to everybody who's celebrating birthdays down here. It's a pleasure to be here, man, to be able to bring it to y'all live right here on What's Going On.
Addiction. There was a day when the word addiction was just another word. If you're battling addiction, it's not easy to ask for help. It's hard to admit you really need it. Call and end addiction. Call and connect with representatives from a treatment center or rehab facility. Call End Addiction.
1-800-469-4498.
Some insurance plans help pay for the cost of treatment. Be sure to check your policy or call your agent to see if you're covered. It's not easy to talk about your addictions or those of someone you care about. It's hard for you to experience, and it's hard for them to watch. The first step to ending addiction starts with one free, private, and no obligation call. Addiction. There can be a day when the word is just another word again. Your life is not over. There are things you still need to do. The first thing is to call and end addiction.
1-800-469-4498. 1-800-469-4498.
Once again, we're live out in Harlem Besame Thursday nights. Reggie Wells does his thing normally at Alhambra Ballroom, but tonight we're at Besame in Harlem and doing our thing, celebrating a couple of birthdays. I caught up to my rare soul buddy, my Corona buddy number one, DJ Howie D, the man himself, doing it up. Been DJing for like 111 years, but 112 years.
112.
All right. Now
112.
we got some history, you and I. Okay. I mean, we did a show. Remember the show we used to do in the bedroom classics?
Yeah.
Now I'm just gonna say something. I listen to Howie's show because he does WACR 90.3 The Love Zone with Maurice the Voice Watch. Now Howie played a song one day, and I think it was an Academy Award.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And by Master Fleet.
Master Fleet.
And I called the station and I said, Howie, if you leave the station and you go straight home, I'm killing you because you got to come to my house and bring that song.
Wow.
Man, you got me into the rare soul, man. So I want to say thanks, man.
No, I thank y'all for listening. Okay. Because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be doing it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I have to thank you, Justice, even my man Mo. I got to thank him because there are things he hit me to. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got to give some love. Because we don't do shout-outs to the Love Zone. I got to give some love to my man Maurice Watts because he always comes through with for his listeners and everything like that. And I'm just happy to be a part of that.
You know what's funny? A couple of years ago, well, maybe not a couple of years ago, but prior to me being on Classic Soul 1075.com, which is an internet radio station owned by my man Sergio D, who used to be on BLS, so don't get us confused with BLS. But I want to say this. It was about maybe 9 years ago. I tuned, and let me tell you something, I was turning the real radio dial, and I got down to like 90.3 area, and I heard some music. Right. Something like, this station is killing it. So Mo sent the number out, and I called the station, and I said, and you know, he did, well, yeah, hello, yeah, where you from? Tell me where you from, where you calling from. I'm like, I can't do the voice. But I told him I was calling from Harlem. He said, man, is there anything you want me to play? And I said, no, you playing everything. I made a promise to myself, if I ever get on the air, I'm playing that kind of stuff. And man, so thanks to Mo, man.
Thanks to Mo, yes, thanks to Mo, because Mo put me on.
Right.
And he said, Howard, you want to be a co-host? I said,
you trying to do the deep voice?
No, you want to be a co-host? And I said, do I? You know, in my Mickey Mouse voice.
Right.
I was, yeah, do I do it, yeah. So I didn't want to like distract anything that he was doing, so I said, let me go into another direction with it because it covers everything. The Love Zone, my vision was that it should cover everything. The old music, the new music, everything in between, it should cover everything. And that's how I felt about it. So when he did it, he went into some of the newer stuff. So I said, let me take it back and then let me throw some songs in there. And I was influenced by people like, you know, I got to go there, Felix Hernandez, Johnny Allen, when they had the KTU Sunday night things. There was a couple other people that I listened to, like WNJR. They had at the 6 o'clock they had the slow jams, and I was like, yo, this is the kind of thing I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up listening to that kind of music, and I wanted to stay in that vein, but I wanted to keep it rare too because there was a lot of good music that we don't hear, and it was all regional, and I wanted that exposure to these groups that. You know, you like the Temptations and everything like that, but there's other groups out here that did their thing, and you could be a testament to that because when you call on Classic Soul 107.5, you're playing things. Sometimes I'm almost calling the station. Yo, what is that?
What you playing?
How come I ain't got that?
I'm playing what I stole out your bag. That's what I'm playing.
I said, well, how come I ain't got that? You know?
Because I always try to find out how he's not home so I can sneak in the house and get his bag. And he like, man, where's my blue bag? I got the blue bag.
You got the blue bag. You know, so but you got a red bag now, so I got to go into your red bag. You know what I'm saying?
The red bag is full of the stuff from the blue bag. That's how it works, man. You know. Now tell everybody, because you talk about the Love Zone. Tell everybody when the Love Zone is on.
Every Friday, 8 to 12, WACR 90.3. It's 8 to 12 midnight. That's every Friday, each and every Friday, and it is. Trust me, I think you're gonna like it.
Right. Now they can tune in. If you got a radio station and you within the reach area of 90.3, you can do that. But if you're not, here's what you can do to see them live, or see us live, or see you guys live. Okay. And I was gonna say us because we got the Rare Soul thing coming up Saturday. But tell them how they can watch y'all live in the studio.
Okay, you can go to www.wacr.org. Okay, and it's every Friday, 8 to 12. Maurice has his own chat room, which is you go to www.mauricewatts.com and you could go listen live, and then you could go join in the chat room. If you got a camera or the internet, you're able to do all that.
Right. You wind up in the room, everybody see you. So if you got things going on in your house, you got roaches crawling, you gotta make sure don't get on the camera because they can see the roaches crawling, they see the rats going across the floor, or they can see if you got a milk mustache, if you're getting drunk. If you're falling out, they'll see everything. So if you come in the room and you got your camera on, you gotta make sure you're good. You right.
Wait, we're gonna show you because we're not gonna say anything about that.
Anyway, we got also tell them on Saturdays every now and then, you know, DJ Justice from the Flavor Zone, we do what we like to call Rare Soul. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, and now this is what I don't know I forgot how that even started. It just started one day. He called me. He said, "Yo, I want to do Rare Soul. I want me, you, and Murph, which is you." He said, "That would be you." And he said, "Yo, I want to do Rare Soul." I'm like, "Okay." And I don't know where that whole idea came from because you know, I guess me and you was doing it too. You know,
don't tell nobody.
So he said, "Yo, I want to do Rare Soul." So I said, and I was thinking to myself, "Well, what just got?" And just surprised me, you know what I'm saying? Just came in and he said, "Yo, I got Rare Soul." I'm saying,
okay. But Justice got a ringer though.
Oh yeah, well I had him too. I use that same ringer.
We're not talking about telephone ringer. We're talking about someone that supplies the music.
That supplies the music because when I first started, I got sent some love to my man Rashid, who called me the other day.
You gonna be there, Shotty?
I told him about it. And he said Just didn't tell him, but he said Justice probably tell him about it. But I told him.
And we got crack cake.
We got crack cake, of course. Oh yeah, we got to talk about the crack cake too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, a lot of time when people listen to the Rare Soul and we talk about the crack cake. If you're diabetic and you don't want to eat no cake and you take this, you're hooked.
It's addictive.
It is.
It's addictive. I mean, I don't even touch it no more because, I see lumps and lumps of that cake going out of there. And I be like,
My family be like, you gonna have crack cake for Rare Soul? Bring some home. And I always wind up taking almost the whole cake home because y'all don't want to eat it up, man.
No, guys. Like, man, do that thing.
Yes, indeed. Once again, we're live up in Harlem. Now, I tell you, every Thursday night, Reggie Wells does his thing, usually at the Alhambra Ballroom. Tonight, we at the Harlem Besame. A lot of birthday celebrations, man, and some big dogs came out tonight.
Oh, definitely. I have my good friends. Of course, Red Alert, the legendary Red Alert. Good friend of mine. We've known each other over 37 years. We've been in the business. I used to work on Kiss FM, and he worked on Hot 97 and 98.7 Kiss and 107.5. But I'll give a shout out to him, like the thing from Come On By. Plus, Bernard, Brawley, and John Simmons. And, they all celebrating their birthday. Sagittarius is tonight. So, yeah.
It's a beautiful thing because, a lot of times, like, with all the things that's going on in the world today, and a lot of venues are no longer open to us because of all the things that's going on. How do you manage to keep going?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, first of all, it's no me without the public, and whatever I did in the past, it must have been good because people still come out and support me, and I don't take it for granted. I appreciate it. I love them as much as they love me. And, the clubs I used to play for back in the days, like Justine's, Red Parrot, Leviticus, Tavern on the Green, 371, Savage, Pippins, just to name a few, Hotel Diplomat, and Ipanemas, and Casablanca, Cork in the Bottle, Constellation.
Hey, he done named every club in New York City.
Wow. Celebrity Club, Charles Gallery.
Wow. Barnes International.
Barnes International as well, Broadway International. I didn't play, some of the clubs I mentioned, I wasn't a house DJ, but I had played there, yeah. And what's going on today, there's very few actual clubs today. And it seems like new thing today is like the restaurants and bars are converting into a club. It's like a social thing, but listen, at least we have somewhere to go. This is a beautiful place, and if you haven't been to Harlem, up here on 124th Street, come by and see us, man. They open 7 days a week. The food is fantastic, the atmosphere is great, and the clientele is just off the hook. So it's called Harlem Besame. I had to learn how to say
me
that.
too. What's that, the Harlem Beats Me? What is that?
Besame.
The Harlem Besame.
But yeah, so
I didn't know either until somebody told me. It's the best name. All right.
So what we're gonna do too, I've been in for the last 3 weeks on a Saturday, so we're gonna be doing this on Saturdays as well. It's free, and it's from 7 to 1. And come on by, man. Nice clientele right up here in the heart of Harlem on 7th Avenue, which is Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard on the corner of 124th Street. Yes.
I want to say thank you because, without people like yourself bringing stuff like this to the general public and to basically have people to have a place to come and enjoy themselves like back in the old days, man, when you can just sit back and you can just, right, man, you respect women, everybody's dancing, nobody's spinning on their head, nobody's smoking weed, nobody cursing nobody out.
And everybody pulls up their pants around here.
We got belts on. The belts are put to good use.
I'm talking too much, and I need to go get my Chardonnay.
Once again, we want to say thank you once again, Reg, for making this all possible up here at Harlem Besame. Now, normally you at Alhambra, and on Saturdays you said you here.
I'm going to be here, yes, on Saturdays from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's free to get in, music provided by myself. But next week we're back. I'm at our regular location, which is Alhambra, which is 2116 7th Avenue on the 5th floor. That's from 5 to 12 midnight. Free buffet. And $5 if you have a membership card to get in before 7 o'clock, and $8 afterwards. And once again, it's still beautiful clientele, beautiful atmosphere. It's in the Crystal Ballroom. A ballroom on a Thursday night, grown and sexy, yes.
Wow. So go get your drink on, Reg. All right. Reggie Wells, baby, doing it once again. Harlem Besame up here in Harlem. Normally he's at Alhambra. Next week he'll be back at Alhambra. But don't forget, we got some more stuff to bring to you. We back in here. I'm going back in.
Addiction. There was a day when the word addiction was just another word. If you're battling addiction, it's not easy to ask for help. It's hard to admit you really need it. Call and end addiction. Call and connect with representatives from a treatment center or rehab facility. Call End Addiction.
1-800-469-4498.
Some insurance plans help pay for the cost of treatment. Be sure to check your policy or call your agent to see if you're covered. It's not easy to talk about your addictions or those of someone you care about. It's hard for you to experience, and it's hard for them to watch. The first step to ending addiction starts with one free, private, and no obligation call. Addiction. There can be a day when the word is just another word again. Your life is not over. There are things you still need to do. The first thing is to call and end addiction.
1-800-469-4498. 1-800-469-4498.